Couple of changes, Urimba, from last week. As
So
Tony gets us underway.
Gets us underway. Sorry, Bernard, talking over the top of you there.
So Jack Stonestreet from the wing goes into fullback. Toby Carver not playing today. I'm not sure what the reason behind that is, but I'm actually excited by that. I rate Jack Stonestreet very highly. Ball goes up. Just taken. Ball gets to Allah. Settles at midfield.
It's always good to get an early touch as a fullback, especially off a kick. Pass back and gets involved in the game. Get a bit more confidence as he heads into the game. That is Wes Fopula. Great run.
Good pressure. It's disrupted well there.
He had a pretty good game, Jack Woodrow, last week in sort of difficult circumstances. Fortunately, a little bit of an obstruction there. Pack down the first scrum of the match.
So see how the scrums match up. Yeah. We spoke about last week, Urimba's scrum was dominant. They had a couple of probably unlucky penalties against them, but I think their scrums, their front row's incredible. So we see if Hornsby can hold them off.
As you're sitting at home watching and live streaming, give us a shout out on your socials and tag us in what you're doing, and we'll give you a shout out during the live commentary.
Backline play. Brad Dixon with the tackle. So Urimba working it forward, trying to get out of their own half. Matt King with the snipe.
A little bit
down
slow
Hornsby,
there.
they got this. No.
Oh, geez, a little bit unlucky from the side. Yeah, that's fair enough. Nice clear signalling by Tony Fury, which makes it fantastic for us. But clearly from the side. And look, to be honest with you, Berner, whether you agree with the decision or not, when a referee gives a nice clear signal, you know exactly what they've seen, you know exactly what they're calling, and it makes it a lot easier for the players, a lot easier for the coaches. So good clear signalling early from Tony.
Well, that's all that experience. So Urimba's line out. Sorry about that. Can we keep talking at the same time? Urimba's line out last week had a couple of problems, but they've looks like they've worked hard on it all week. Looking very sharp in the lineup.
Great meters.
Good run by Grange there.
Good heavy into contact too.
Good pilfer.
On the ball. Good strong work. I didn't see who that was. Got a few Urimba blokes going. Did you see the size of the fish I caught last week? It was this big. Hands down, boys.
Tell you what, a lot of blokes went fishing last week. 4 people with their hands in the air.
Yeah. Great clearance kick there by Mark Roberts. Just to settle things down for Hornsby.
Did well to defuse that.
Yeah, not sure who got the pilfer, but strong over the ball. Great contest for the line out as well. We got here, his opportunities abound. I think, a little bit unlucky. Just going to ground. Would you be tempted to have a shot, Burner?
I'd probably go a line out there. I don't think it's confident enough. I think it's a tough first kick, especially when you're going into the wind.
Yeah, Dan Jones does exactly that. Geordie Clark ready to go. I'm calling a Isaac Harding Davis line out. Here he goes. Gets the ball strong.
Done well there, Hornsby. Giving away another penalty. They've got to fix up this.
Great. Rob Peden with a nice, very close to the line.
Good defence.
Joey Boyu's going to be hard to stop. He's gone out. Well done. Great defence. We'll come back for the penalty. Good opportunity for Urimba if they want to take the points. They seem to be making meters pretty well nice in the tight, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. But
Grange and Peden have been strong.
Certainly on. A gift few points on offer if they want them.
Early warning from Tony here.
Yeah, so we have Tavita, the captain for Hornsby, just coming out to have a bit of a chat.
So I mentioned there was a couple of changes. Another change at centre with Connor Moran going back to the bench and Tyler O'Brien starting in the 12 jersey. And we've also got Ryan Bender coming into the team in the 11 jersey, which was Jack Stonestreet's last week. And Brian takes it up. Rob Peden going for the line.
He's in a purple patch of form, Peden, isn't he? He's been playing some outstanding rugby. Held up, scrumming it down. Yeah, I think Rob Peden's been one of the form players of the last few weeks. Burner, he's been strong. Had a quiet game last week, and I think he'll be really trying to make amends. And he started early, nice strong scrum, and taking the ball from the back there and just being held up. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a little bit of a shot from the back of the scrum here.
He's been good at controlling that ball at the back and picking his moment when to go and when to give.
Great scrum. Body height beautiful by Urimba.
Good defence.
Nice up and strong. Flicks him away, does Tyler O'Brien. Well, tough pass for Joey Bayou to take, and he doesn't.
It's good defence, though. Good pressure.
Clearing opportunity. Sioniala with the ball. That's a great kick. That's a fantastic kick. Relieving pressure, and Urimba will be disappointed with that. There was opportunities on there, and a pretty ordinary pass from the halfback, or whoever was filling in at halfback, to Joey Bayou. He couldn't take it in, and great defensive pressure by Urimba.
Yeah, Joey Bayou jumping in the Hornsby part of the line out there. So real strength for Hornsby this year has been Varlu in the 12 jersey. Very, very strong ball carrier. So see if Urimba can hold him out, because when Hornsby are dangerous, it's when he is giving them front foot ball and allows their back line to throw it around a bit.
Yeah, they need to give him the ball early, Burner. At just a couple of settlers, some good old-fashioned settlers. Instead of getting too fancy, we need Woodrow here, just straight off, straight dump now. We're going to kick it for metres, and that is going to play havoc.
I don't know if that's the right option there.
No.
I know it wasn't the right. Obviously, it wasn't good execution, but I don't think that's the right option there.
We just spoke about the strength of the inside centre for Hornsby. An opportunity to get him into the game early. Just dump it on, get some forward momentum, start rolling it down the field. Yeah, well, the kick option was poor, and the execution was poor.
So Urimba have had a dominant scrum so far. Just getting the edge on Hornsby.
Panasoni is hanging menacingly in the back line, in and around Dan Jones, and I love it when a short side winger, blind winger, just sort of sniffs around. Good opportunity here.
Sioniala defending at 10 here. Mike Roberts goes to fullback.
Good strong carry there by Tyler O'Brien.
Good defensive line here by Hornsby.
Great
Well
work.
done. Held him up. I think about around the neck there.
Ooh, yeah.
He's almost put Rob Peden to sleep there.
The old sleeper hole.
Rob's still waking up.
Marn strong. Rough and ugly ball, Marn strong. Good football, good passage of play, great strong carry by Finley.
I think Matt King's hurt his... looks like he's holding his shoulder there. His throat.
Wrong-footed, but he does well.
Great kick.
Does Mark
Puts Ryan
Roberts.
Bender back.
At the back with the ball now. That's a massive metres gain by Hornsby. Great passage of play. Thought it looked a little bit dodgy there when Mark Roberts got a little bit wrong-footed with the pass back, but brilliant kick. And we saw there Ryan Bender just only, safety first, but only making 5 metres, which is a fantastic metres gain for Hornsby, and opportunity to have an attack 25, 30 metres out. Up and spoiled.
Good steal there. James Blanche. Hornsby get it back.
Good body height, good run there by Davida Poker. No advantage from the knock-on from the line-out.
So when Hornsby beat Terrigal, talking about 5 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
There was a real energy about the way they played, and I don't think we've seen that from them, but you getting the sense now there's a lot of talk out there, a lot of movement around as well, and that's the way they need to play. They were really flat last week.
Yeah. They certainly look a different side. They're more up for the contest now. Yeah, tight head there, stolen by Urimba, so well done. Oh, disappointing there. Ball goes to ground. I'd be kicking it to Vita Alapati again because he didn't look real good under the high ball there, Burner.
Yeah, it's obviously quite windy as well. It's not really not a great day to be part of the back three.
Especially when it, as you say, the ball's swirling around, trying to get yourself under it. But
and you got Tyler O'Brien just charging towards you. She's about to catch it.
That's a good reason to drop it too, I guess. So I know he won't be real happy with that. Tavita Alapati, so he'll look to make amends. He's got beautiful footwork, lightning feet. So let's see him get involved and make amends.
Valo doing a bit of pointing here, inviting the Urimba players to run at him.
No, thank you.
Dan Jones will be kicking.
Sneaky switch down the short side here. I bang on about the short side a lot, but Matt, if I was Dan Jones, sneaky down the short side. I'd hold on to the ball first, and then I'd sneak down the short side. I think it's a little bit. I think it's a part of the game that's underutilised in modern day. I guess you'd call it. I really believe there's so many opportunities to exploit down the short side, and teams just don't do it. We're a little bit focused on big long backline plays, and I think there's too many opportunities missed.
I think you're going to see a Vala get the ball here and hit it straight up.
Got to dump early, Burner. They haven't done it once.
Yep.
Set early, get ready to go, move around the corner, and
if they can get this ball out, great contest.
Tony doesn't think so. Illegal wheel, says Tony. And back you go. Brett doesn't understand it. Brett's packed in 400 million scrums. He knows exactly what he did. And,
I don't think he's also hasn't accepted one decision in the scrums.
He's one of the fantastic people of Central Coast Rugby is Brett Cunningham. And we covered off his 300th game there for the podcast a little while ago. But he's a good man and an absolute competitor.
He's a great scrummager as well. So Hornsby with the throw to the line out. Just outside Urimba's 22. 0-0, 15 minutes into the game.
Jose times it beautifully. Picks up to Vita.
Here we go.
Off. That's what we want to see early. Great early ball. Set on the centre. Still going. Great post-contact meters. Exactly what we've been calling for. It's what we need to see more of. Off this. Allah.
So need to settle it here, Hornsby. I think that same thing, if you can just keep hitting Valu, you can see what that does to it scatters the Urimba defence because they're coming from everywhere to try and stop him.
Opportunity of Mark Roberts. He's got 3 runners outside him.
Brett Cunningham going for the halfback there.
Sioniola has shepherded him back to one side.
It's almost one of those contactless hugs. It's a COVID hug.
Well done, Sione. I don't even think Brett knew what was going on there. Before Brett knew it, he was back on side. He was back his 10 metres. So Jose here, really important throw for Hornsby. 5 metres out, good opportunity. I'd be really sort of rolling it and chancing our hand. I think Wes Fapula will ball should go to him. No, it doesn't. Out the back, keeping it up. Nice tight
Could
structure.
have it here, Hornsby. I think Urimba's got it to ground.
Yeah. Well, they've done well there, Urimba. Done extremely well.
So see if they can get Navala here. They go on the backline play.
Lovely.
Brian gets up.
Light footwork from Alapati. Woodrow. Allah. Back to VAR. Strength. VAR
Great
into
run.
space.
Great run.
Too strong. Scores.
We spoke about him, Barthy. They've got to get the ball to him.
And that's exactly what he can do. Strong run. Palms off one. Takes another with him. And well done, Hornsby. That's a reward for effort because they were under the pump here 10 minutes ago, and they've really turned it around. And this is that Hornsby side that we saw a few weeks back when they knocked off Terrigal to win the Challenge Shield, and really well done. They've opened the scoring 5-0 to Hornsby after 23 minutes of play.
I think there's danger signs every time they go to him, and you can see the other players also rushing in, which just scatters their whole defence because they're trying as hard as they can to sort of get someone to shoot from the side to take the legs out, and there's just space in around it. So we have Mark Roberts with a kick to make it 7 points to 0.
I'm calling him in here, Burner, too. I reckon he's got it.
Yeah, it should be routine from here.
I'll tell you one thing I've liked, Burner. Since we spoke about the positive and great work that D. Carroll does, the first grade manager for Hornsby, other managers around the coast have really picked up their act.
Well, they're having a go. It took us calling them out for them to actually be doing their job properly. But it's good to see that they've really picked it up.
Yeah, big shout out to Craig Adams, the Terrigal first grade manager. He's finally doing his job effectively. So well done, Craig. It's only taken you what are we up 9/10 of the season, but you've got it right. So well done, champ. Good stuff. Kick converted by Hornsby, 7-0. We have the score with 22 minutes to go.
Dan Jones gets us back underway. He's got a beautiful kickoff. Puts in the right spot every time.
A little bit of communication wouldn't have gone astray between the second rowers there. That was Joey Bayou's ball. And just put off a little bit by Isaac.
Good kick.
Harding Davies. That's a great kick by Sione. That is fantastic. That's going to sit up too. Matt King play.
He's got to put it out. Good kick by King.
Keeps it in. Ciala's got plenty of room. Sione options.
They want to get back corner here.
Gets it over.
Penasoni's
head.
Great kick.
Absolutely fantastic kick. Sorry, Burner. Great kick. Well done, Sione. He's starting to dictate terms a little bit from the back. And when we interviewed Chip Carroll there in the podcast, he spoke about the fact that that Allah at the back opens up a few opportunities, and that Mark Roberts sort of offered a few things at 5'8". I think he's starting to see that today.
Yeah, definitely.
Critical line here for Urimba. It's one. Back to Dan. Oh,
good smother.
Mate, they've turned it over here, Hornsby. Great opportunity.
You can see how fast they're reacting as well.
That's unlucky there. A little bit of a knock-on after the turnover, and we will scrum it down.
I don't think they'd be too unhappy with that, though, Hornsby. They're really pressuring Urimba's ball. Even the line-out, Blanche just gets it. And obviously get the turnover there as well. They look up and about Hornsby, much better than how they looked last week. So only 20 minutes in, and we know that Urimba can click into gear at any moment, but they're just not there at the moment.
Yeah, look, and I think this wind is a little bit underestimated too. It's extremely strong. It's in favour of Hornsby, and they're going to need to maximise all the points possible during this first half. They've certainly played well so far in the first 20 minutes and dominated the game. There's no doubt about that. Great run, Tyler O'Brien. Loses the ball. That's a poor carry. That's just compounded pressure for Urimba. Opportunity now at the back.
On the back. Brad Dixon.
Oh, that pass didn't need to go. Allah flicks. Oh, didn't need to be careful here.
He's got to hold on to the ball, reset it.
Here we go.
Valu.
Valu strong. Great defence there by Urimba. Nice and low. Goes Isaac Harding Davies.
Charges over. Just hold him up.
Ball slow.
We might get a picker at the back here.
Urimba waiting, pick him off easy there. That's easy pickings. Ball still slow.
Good ruck defence there by Urimba.
Opportunities now.
So keep it in tight. Keep it with the forwards.
Mark Roberts needs that ball.
He's got Valu standing one off the ruck here.
Great
tackle.
defence. Dan Jones, fantastic defence. Slow ball here, and a little bit unstructured.
If they can get a pod going there, still keep the pressure on. Cameron Lee.
Over.
I think he's going to check this one.
He hasn't awarded. He's called an obstruction, I believe. What's the signal? Yes. Obstruction and penalty to Urimba. They got away with that one, Urimba, so they've clung on. Dan Jones to find space, to find touch. Early doesn't find touch. That's a schoolboy error by Urimba. Options around Woodrow now with the ball. Finds Allah.
So getting the offloads going, Hornsby.
Is he looking dangerous, Hornsby? I tell you.
Advantage, Hornsby.
Yeah, Jordan Clark. That's almost cynical, that is. Allah at the back for a field goal. He's got the wind.
It's a good nudge.
He's
It's a
got the
good
wind on him.
nudge. Oh, just pay it.
It was good.
That's a great kick.
So Tony calls for the head high. I thought it might have been for Jordan Clark not rolling away, but I think it's a smart option by Urimba here, by Hornsby taking the points.
Yep.
You don't. You just got to get as many points as you can, and when you're down this side at this end of the field, Bernie, you got to walk away with them. And whilst the wind's at your back, you take them when they're on opportunity.
Sione Ala down. Looks like he's got a bit of a leg issue.
You want to hope it's nothing too serious because he's key to Hornsby winning tonight. I'm calling Mark Roberts in here. I think that's in the bank. Score's already 10-0. I'm calling it now, Burner.
You're unbelievable.
I will have cursed him. Mark Roberts has got it in. Just turn around, walk back now, Mark. It's already over the post.
Oh, great call, Barthy. Never in doubt.
Black dot. 10-0. 10-0. Hornsby over Urimba after 25 minutes of play. Tell you what we might do, Burner. Might try and grab one of these. Someone from the Terrigal women's side. We'll get him up here into the box and have a bit of a chat to him about making it through to the grand final. Joey Bayou, brilliant catch off the kickoff.
Tries to offload, holds onto it. Great work. So Geordie with the ball. Takes it up. O'Brien with the carry. All right, knock on from Hornsby. Good pressure from Hornsby. They're making Urimba work very hard for all their ball. So Hornsby 10-0. 15 minutes to go in the first half. Got a player down.
Mate, Burner, I might head down to the crowd and see if I can get a couple of special guests to join us in the commentary box.
Yep.
And I'll let all our viewers and listeners know as soon as I get them, and I'll be back shortly.
Sounds good.
So thanks, Burner. I found two Terrigal Trojan women who have just won their major semi-final all the way into the grand final in 2 weeks' time. I have Prue Bright and Sophie Dryden. Ladies, welcome.
Thanks, Barthy. Thanks for having us.
So tough game out there. You girls were much better than the last time you met Hornsby, and the first half you blew them off the park.
Yeah, we were determined to go out there and play differently this time. For some reason, I don't know, when we played them at the Haven, we just weren't ourselves. So we focused a lot on our defence and our mindset this week, and I think it really showed.
Yeah, and well, I think it was 24-0 or something like that at half time, and it was a really strong and dominant performance. But worryingly so, and good for Hornsby. They certainly came back in the second half. So there's some worrying signs there. Sophie, how did you find that? Certainly that second half and getting involved.
Yeah, it's always a bit worrying when they get the first 2 tries, but I think it was most important that we just stayed calm and tried to hit back.
Yeah.
I think the wind had a lot to do with that second half.
Yeah.
They had some big long kicks down in there for us, and we had to defend our line, but we've got some good foundations there.
Yeah,
That
we
didn't
just-
worry us at all.
Focused a lot on our defence and training and worked really hard on that, so we tried to apply that into the game. And
Very good. And so what we've got now is Hornsby will meet Avoca Beach next week. I know you girls really don't care who you play because you're in the grand final, and they've got to, one of those sides have got to come and play you, ladies. How would you see the game going? And if you could pick a winner early, who would you see?
I think both teams are quite strong in their different ways. Avoca, their defence is always really strong, and they've also got some quick girls out there as well. But Hornsby have got some really good speed, so it'll be interesting to see
Another-
the scores. I think it'll be a really close one, but
Another great game to look forward to. You girls will be watching on the live stream next week and enjoying it. We'll make sure we give you a shout out. So, Prue and Sophie, congratulations, well done, and good luck in 2 weeks' time in the grand final.
thank
Cheers,
you.
thank you. A Trojan for me.
Well, there you go, Berner. 2 absolutely outstanding athletes and great rugby players in Prue Bright and Sophie Drysdale. Victorious today in the major semi-final and off to the grand final in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, well played by the Terrigal girls. Right, back to the action here. Urimba throwing it around. You come back for a penalty. Do you go points here, Barthy?
If I was Urimba, absolutely I would, depending on what the wind's doing out there and judging by the sway of some of the trees, perhaps not. But certainly if there is an opportunity, I'd be taking it for sure. Any points Urimba can get playing into this breeze are going to be vital. So 10 points is not a big enough lead, in my opinion, for Hornsby. And so certainly if Urimba can chip away at that by penalty goals, then take it for sure. Interesting replacement here.
Yeah, we've got number 17, Sam Kearney, coming on. Stevenson Finley, not too sure if there's an injury there or just giving him a break. Looks okay.
Well, Steve Carney's, Sam Carney's traditionally a hooker, so I would imagine perhaps Geordie Clark might be moving out into prop. Whether that's he's a pretty mobile player, is Sam Carney. So whether that's to speed the game up a little, I'm not exactly sure. So after a long
Well, about a minute decision there.
we're going to pack a scrum. Yeah, Sam Carney goes to hooker. Geordie Clark moves out to tight head prop.
Interesting decision.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's caused that. Obviously tactical by Matt Hopkins, the Urimba coach.
So we'll see how the scrum fares up now. Finley off. Still strong.
Well,
Good defence, Hornsby. That King goes for run, but they've smothered him.
Cunningham. slow it down a little bit, I think.
Penalty, Urimba.
Ourimbah, yeah, just getting a little bit too excited there. I'm not sure if the quick tap was on there for Rob Peden, so quite fortuitously, Tony didn't let him take it. So Dan Jones is going to find touch. About 10 metres out. Great opportunity here for Urimba.
So Harding Davis goes up, overthrow. So Geordie Clark gets it back for Urimba. So Urimba on the charge, inside Hornsby's 22. Good defence there by Arla.
Harding Davis is everywhere. He's just been in that line out and then got the ball second or third off the ruck. So.
He's about to get again, I think. They go left. Nah, skipped him. Dan Jones with a run. Hornsby take him down.
Peden with the ball at the back, just holding, taking time.
So we've seen Urimba in recent weeks use their pods to be going away from that a little bit here. Ball goes to BU. Back to the middle, Cunningham.
A little bit high in contact there, Cunningham. Easy pickings for Sal Farpola, the number 8 for Hornsby.
Kaneman. Got to stay patient here, Urimba.
So, Bernard, I just want
Good
to...
defence by Hornsby.
Just want to bring in Ryan Bender's... Peden, I missed...
I was looking at you, so I missed that as well, but Peden was almost in for try 1,000 this year.
I was actually... I was distracted by Ryan Bender, the number 11 for Urimba.
Yep.
Distracted by his choice. Do you reckon that's tape around his ears or just to hold his hair back? What's a winger doing with tape around his head?
Well, it's got to be. I mean, do you, as a winger, do you go with the tape around the head or do you go with the headgear? And I know Penasoni on the other wing has gone with the headgear. I just don't know about anything to protect your head as a winger. I'm not sure about. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We might get Ryan Bender on a little bit later on to find exactly what he was thinking with the tape around his head. What's wrong with a good old hair tie? Good old fashioned knot, a scrunchie, something like that to keep your hair back. He's with the ball now.
Here he is. Well, probably should have gone the headgear there.
Should have gone the scrunchie. That's what he should have done. Maybe the tape's a little bit too tight around his head, but anyway, we're moving on.
All right, Hornsby on the attack inside Urimba's half.
Valpile a little bit sidewards and easy picking. Joey Boy all over the ball illegally there. Great opportunity. Hornsby must take the points, in my opinion.
He's been unlucky a couple of times, Joey Bu, with just trying to affect turnovers, but, just doing it illegally. Or in Tony's eyes anyway.
Tavita Farpolo says, yes, Tony, we will take the points. Barthy had a great idea. And Mark Roberts is directly in front.
Well, this is a shoo-in. Absolute shoo-in.
39 metres out with the wind at his back.
Throw it over.
Important kick for Hornsby.
Waterboy getting a good view of this behind.
Good strike. Great distance, great direction.
Black dot stuff, that one.
13 points to 0 is the score. Hornsby beating Urimba at this point in time. It's been a pretty good contest so far. I certainly don't think Urimba are anywhere near out of this game. The wind is extremely strong. And if I was Hornsby, I'd be looking to be sort of 16, 19 points up in this half. I'd be taking every opportunity I can to kick a penalty goal because it's going to be tough work running into the wind.
Nice kick by Dan Jones again. Great take.
A
penalty here.
Dangerous play there. Might be lucky here. We'll see what Tony says. It would be a warning.
I don't think there's a card in that.
I don't think there's a card in it either, but a little bit of a warning there to Geordie Clark. And that's fair enough. That's good refereeing, Tony Fury.
Oh, that was that signal. You see that?
Taking him out, taking his leg out.
Yeah. Bit of a whip to that signal.
You know what? That is I don't know what's happened to that kick with Sianiala.
That wasn't a great one.
I think that's come off the foot he didn't kick it with.
See all these shin.
Well, one of the great shin kickers in Central Coast Rugby, Mitchell Hurst, will be playing later on today for Terrigal, inside centre for Terrigal. He's got one of the greatest shin kicks in the game. We might touch on it a little bit later on.
Hopefully you see it tonight in action.
Great line-out win there by Wes Vaipola. Out the back. Opportunities here, Sianiala. Plenty of defence in front of him, keeps light in his feet.
Plenty of pods, or plenty of people for pods in to the right.
Oops.
They're not with, there's no one with him there. I think that should be an easy turnover for Urimba.
Starting a little bit smart here, Urimba. They're not contesting too many. They're just fanning out and getting a bit more structure in their defensive line. Great run there by Jose, the hooker, getting in behind the defensive line. Mark Roberts shows. Great offload.
Great
Still going.
Right, so then swing it back left here. Recycle possession. No, I've turned it over. Brett Cunningham. Brilliant.
Stone Street early.
I don't know about that choice.
No, not when you got a prop, unless Tony says they're still at 10, but
Matt King puts it up. Penasoni pressuring Sianiala. Tackles him, but he's on the ground already.
jumping on a play on the ground. So Penasoni has been penalised. Sianiala doesn't look good here. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Tony, they've just come off a warning. And wouldn't surprise me if a card's shown here. Just come off a warning for dangerous play, and one of the next passenger players a dangerous play.
Yeah, it looks like Penasoni's going to sit out for 10 here. Yellow card.
That's
Marcelo Satoni, Penasoni.
That could be telling here. Urimba really need to mark up for the next 2 or 3 minutes, because they don't want to be going in any lower than 13 points to nil, because I can tell you 13 points to nil is going to be a win for Urimba after half-time or into half-time, because, mate, the wind's strong, and it's been a dominant performance by Hornsby so far.
You can see that, the touchy flag. Chaos with it. All right,
Yeah.
see where Hornsby go here. Gavalu midfield. I think they've got to use him.
You notice at the back there, can't quite see the player.
I think it's Tyrell Over, I think it is. Number 19.
Yeah. I thought they might have been an old-fashioned long ball, but wasn't the play. Tony's found something there. It's what's he doing now? He's
Offside in the back line.
Okay, there we go.
Do you go 16 points nil here?
I think there's a great opportunity with one in the bin for Hornsby to keep the pressure on. I wouldn't be taking the points. I'd be having a scrum, please, and.
I'd be giving I'd let the man with the ball in his hands right now run the ball straight.
We've got a
Tap
lot
it and go.
We've got a lot of captains out there telling what to do. Tavita Faipola is the captain, the number 7. He said we'll take the shot. I'm not sure if I'd do that, Burner. I think there's an opportunity with a player in the bin.
Yeah, I think you're down there as well, and you've got the momentum, and
Yes.
they look keen. Urimba look like on the back foot, and Hornsby look very keen to get the ball in their hands. So
Their scrum's going fine.
Yeah.
I know they got a full penalty, but their scrum's going fine. Get 8 of the Urimba players in to the scrum, and number says you're going to be one extra. So yeah, not sure if I'm not sure if I'd be kicking for goals, but
it is easy points though. So
It
you
is.
are going to go 16 nil up. And they'll hope they get the ball back, and they got one more shot to get some more points for the end of the half. Mark Roberts nails the conversion. Hornsby lead 16 points to nil. With 30 seconds to go.
I wouldn't be in a hurry if I was Urimba to kick off here. They're pretty keen though. They love the contest. Geordie Clark's still arguing the toss in regards to the call by the looks of things. But we need to move on. That's
Good
a great kick. Joey Bayou, fantastic. Well done. Great athleticism, getting up nice high and early.
Penalty, Urimba. Brett Cunningham takes it.
Cunningham actually doesn't tap that ball correctly, so that should never have happened. But he gets away with it and finds Hornsby offside.
They're on the charge here, Urimba, and if they can get a try here, make it 16 points to 7, that's a big win for them. I think they'll be happy going into halftime with that.
Can't take two quick taps in a row. It's funny, you know, Brett Cunningham's played 1,000 games of rugby. You'd think he'd know how to how to restart the ball, but he gets away with it, and Urimba rightly so take the points. I think that's a smart option, because going into this second half with this win at 16 points to 3, if they kick it, I think that's a good outcome for Urimba, because Hornsby have dominated this half.
It just depends if Hornsby can hold them out this second half. If the second half will be a lot different.
The wind is so strong. The wind is going to be a major factor, and if Urimba can exploit that wind, they're going to need to do it. And why wouldn't you kick the living daylights out of it for the next 7 minutes, because you're going to be one player down, and really use that wind to your advantage in the second half. So Urimba are certainly in a good position heading into the next 40, assuming Dan Jones kicks this, which he does, and we go into the halftime score. Hornsby 16 points to Urimba, and I think that could be the key to coming home with this match. Dan Jones gets us underway. Great kick to start the match. Second half, I should say.
Great take. Captain Tavita. So I think if Dan Jones and Matt King can just play smart with their kicking game, I really think they can just pin Hornsby down, build a lot of pressure.
Kate Thompson marks the spot. Sam Carney with the line out. Nice early. Joey Bayou, good win there. Matt King into contact. Doesn't a forward love to get their hands on a halfback every chance they get, especially when they try and sneak through the line out, Burner?
It's a beautiful sight.
A little bit slow to get off the ground too. Poor old Matt King.
Good run.
Under advantage at the moment.
It's a good run, Rob Peden. Cunningham on his knees.
Let's get it back. Getting ugly, says Tony. We'll have it for hands in the ruck.
So Urimba with a penalty.
I'd have the shot, Burner, personally. 45 out. If your kicker's long enough, if your kicker's got a good enough boot,
He doesn't look very confident.
Urimba need every point they can get, and whilst you got the wind at your back, why not?
He's refusing to look to the post, and he's going. Like if anyone else is saying post, he's just looking at the sideline.
Well, they can't afford to stuff this up. They're one man down, don't forget. So it's going to be interesting to see. Good opportunity now. They're, 25 metres out, thereabouts. Sam Carney with a throw, ready to go. And Joey Bayou, I'm calling here. It's going to be straight to him with a short line out.
Good pressure. Forces Urimba to have a bit of scrappy ball. Yeah, it's not a good pass for Rob Peden there. Rob Peden puts it down. So Hornsby scrum just inside their own 40-metre line. Score is 16 points to 3. Hornsby are in the lead. So Tyler O'Brien is off at inside centre. We have Connor Moran that is has come on. Connor was starting 12 last week.
I think Matt Hobson's looking to change things up a little bit. Some strong runs early by Tyler O'Brien. Now I know I bang on about it all the time, but
You're going to talk about this short side thing again, aren't you?
well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because the Hornsby winger is down sniffing around the 5'8", which all good wingers should. But great opportunity. They're one player down.
Hey, look at it.
Here we
Bart,
go,
he's listening to you.
Oh,
the pass
poor
wasn't
pass. Yeah, poor pass. So Leone getting involved. He probably could have been a little bit flatter, and the ball should have been better from Woodrow, but they're underway. Jose, great
Good run.
meters into contact. Good strong run into contact.
Body
Woodrow,
height.
beautiful ball. Opportunities
Dixon.
here. Oh, geez, with from where we're sitting.
Yeah, I think Peyton Manning's playing it outside centre out there.
Yeah. And Tony Fury, rightly so, says that will be about 4.5 metres forward. So we'll bring it back and we'll have a scrum.
Scrum's been pretty even.
Yeah,
Last couple.
It's been good, and I think there's an opportunity for Urimba just to settle the game a little bit here. They just need to get a few in tight, just some recycle some ball around that 10-12 channel. Just keep it in there, control the tempo of the game. Burn down another few minutes until the sin bin player gets back on, and we'll see how they approach this. King feeds the ball. Jones to the line. Nice ball, man. Beautiful defence. Well done.
Dixon out to Stone Street.
Good rushing
Good defence
defence
by
here.
Hornsby.
Aller all over the ball. Has to be a turnover for sure.
Great
and
pilfer.
it is.
Forces the turnover there, Sione.
Good work by Hornsby. And that all came about through line speed in defence. And Sione Aller obviously just pouncing on that ball. Great turnover.
Good kick, some good meters there.
Good touch work there by Kate as she has a harem, or not harem, but has some children around her. Ball boys doing a fantastic job. Donning the jacket, Berner. What's your thoughts on assistants wearing a jacket?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think you always need to go the shirt. I'm not a big fan of the jacket, but I do understand given how cold and windy it is out there.
Well, poor old Steve at the back there, Tony. They can't wear a jacket.
Well, Tony and I honestly don't know how Tony's hat is staying on at the moment as Hornsby moving forward. I think he usually goes for the. I don't know if he's got the snap hat or not, but well, he might need a chin strap soon with this wind.
Hey, considering the wind and how fast he runs, I'm surprised he doesn't have his hat turned around backwards. Be a good look for referees, I think.
As Dixon has the ball.
Oh, there's opportunity there.
Gets it.
Who doesn't love a front rower standing in the back row?
Brilliant.
Cameron Lee. Well done,
Cameron
champ.
the Seagull Lee.
Woodrow now, ball at the back.
Tyrell over. He's out to Valu.
Oh,
He throws
that
long
ball has
loopy
worked.
pass.
There's
Brilliant
space.
ball.
There's space, and Hornsby have gone in.
That was a Sydney Harbour Bridge pass, but it worked.
He doesn't like his kicker because he could have improved the position where he scored. So I don't know what's happening between Mark Roberts and I think that was Tavita Alapati who scored that try. So I'm calling it now. There's a rift in Hornsby. Tavita Alapati doesn't like Mark Roberts and refused to score under the post.
It's a well-known fact. Well-known fact.
Now, great execution by Hornsby. I wasn't too sure of the pass, but it worked. And Tavita Alapati, great try in this corner. And let's see, Jack Woodrow. Not Jack Woodrow. Mark Roberts, I beg your pardon. I'm going to put the commentator's curse on him. He's been kicking absolutely outstanding today. I'm going to give him this one off.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get this one.
He won't get it. He's kicking into...
well, he's not a chance, let's be honest.
No, he's kicking into...
Let's be completely honest.
Horrendous breeze. He says, Tony, look, the wind's so strong, can I just move it forward 5 metres? Tony says, yeah, sure, why not?
I think he's asked Tony and said, can I even just not kick it? Is it easier just to put no kick? Because I'm not going to get it anyway.
See how he goes here, but I'll give him this one off. He's given it plenty.
Jeez.
I tell you what.
Oh, he's got it! No way!
What a genius.
He's had a
Mark
30-metre run up to kick it as well. That's brilliant.
Mark Roberts, tip your hat, you absolute legend, into gale force winds. He's put just enough on it to get through. What a fantastic effort.
23 points to 3.
That hasn't gone 10.
So Tavita's taking it. So Ourimbah look rattled here. They've really got to get the ball back, though.
That's it. That's.
I think that's a penalty, Tony.
Well,
All right,
no. I just don't know why. Why the 7 would have played the ball. Why Tavita would have played the ball for Hornsby. Anyway, they've certainly gained some metres because of a poor pass.
So they need to settle at Urimba. I think they're trying, but things just aren't working at the moment. You can see Rob Peden really come into the game. And there's Matt King.
Matt King, great little early kick. Woodrow back and tackles well, 9 on 9.
Cunningham takes a run up from the ruck. Jones to Grange.
Score's currently 23 points to 3. Hornsby beating Urimba. And with 30 minutes to go, the last thing Hornsby can afford to do is slip into a bit of a mindset of we've got this game won. Urimba are far too good a rugby side to let that happen. And let's see how they go. They've got a full complement of players on the field again. It's 15 on 15. And I think it's a really good chance here to concede the penalty, Hornsby. From the side.
To watch their discipline here, they're just giving Urimba 3 metres.
Quick cap again, Matt King. And Martin away.
Good run. Split him in the middle. Goes to Stone Street, to Blanche. Good hit. Great tackle to shut that down. Stone Street carving up the middle.
Looks awkward to tackle, does Stone Street, doesn't he?
Yeah, hard to tackle. Geordie gets the ball out there. Goes to Carney. Shout to Ryan Bender. Gets the headband working.
It's all Urimba at the moment, isn't it?
Yep.
They've conceded again, have Hornsby. They need to be mindful here because you give too many away, Tony won't accept it.
Goes to the headband. Jared Grange talking about how big the fish is. Fishy caught.
And the try has been scored. Well done. I'm not sure who that was.
Who's claiming it? Not a lot of claiming going on.
No. I'm going to go. What have we got? The halfback, Matt King.
It's got to be last man up, isn't it?
Matt King, he stayed down long enough so people can see that it was him that scored.
Yep, Matt King scored the try, 100%.
23 points to 8 with the kick to come. And
A tricky kick for Dan Jones here.
I think it's an important kick for him. And Sam Carney is replaced.
Maybe Finley's gone back on. Yep, Finley's gone back on in the 3 jersey.
It's an important kick this for Dan Jones. Gets him within 2 converted tries. He's got the wind at his back. Difficult angle. Not much pressure put on. It looks like it's out to the right, which it is.
Held up there for a bit.
Yeah, score remains 23 points to 8. Hornsby over Urimba. With 28 minutes to go, this game is on, Burner. I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely on.
Yeah, Urimba really starting to come back now. You just saw before that try, they're really starting to find their stride and get their pods working, which is what they're known for, but it's just a bit clunky in that first half.
Not too sure about the old walk back. It's too early to be running down the clock with 28 minutes to go, but maybe they're just controlling, calming themselves, getting ready to go.
But the issue with the walk back is if you're going to walk back, it means that when the ball is kicked off, you've got to be ready to go. You don't want to fall into, you don't want to be complacent just because, you just start walking just to waste time.
It's going straight up in the air and straight out in the full.
Good result for Hornsby.
Steve marks the touch there, the assistant. As we have Jose getting set for the line-out throw. Done and won by Wes Vapola.
Taken up by Woodrow. Well, their forwards around the ruck here.
Yeah,
Hornsby.
getting in tight here. Might just try and pick and drive a few here by the looks of things. Getting in behind them. Want to be careful. Remember a pretty good side here on the ball. They won't commit too many, and then when there's an opportunity for an isolated player, they'll pounce. Set play here. There's no one on the short side. They've got chasers.
Right, Bender gets back.
Well defended.
There's a good option there.
I haven't seen what Tony's called, but
I think Kate's called it. Kate's told him what the issue is. I think we got offside, maybe.
penalty. I'd be having the points, Burner.
Yep. And he's going to throw it over from there, let's be honest. Mark Roberts just got it easy.
Sorry, Mark.
Well, he doesn't miss. You don't apologise. He can't miss. The man cannot miss. It's not possible. He's got a magnet in the ball.
Crucial kick this, it really is for Mark Roberts, because what that does too, obviously, whilst it creates that scoreboard pressure, Burner, it's really an opportunity to make Urimba start to chase, make them feel like they need to chase.
Yeah, they've got to put the pressure on them. So they'll start getting a bit frustrated if they can build that scoreboard pressure.
18 points starts to get a little bit on the mindset, and he has just snuck that one in.
No, that's routine.
I tell you what, Bernie, you've nearly jinxed him. He just snuck that in inside the left-hand upright. Score then moves to Hornsby 26, Ourimbah 8.
Just quietly, I don't think Mark Roberts has ever missed a goal.
Hasn't yet so far, I believe. Been a little bit quiet.
Talk about the career. It's incredible. Ravali takes it in.
Yeah. Been a bit quiet in this half, Valu. I think I'd be trying to get him in the ball on the game.
I think Rimba's just got to be careful here not to give away a penalty. And
Good meters, great meters. It's a great effort there by Angus McQueen.
good kick there from Sione.
Stone Street at the back will find touch. The jacketed Kate Thompson marks the touch there. I would have liked to see a little bit more snap with the flag burner, to be honest. We raised the importance of snapping of the flag and really dominating that touch line. And Kate needs to pick her act up with her assistant referee flagging, that's for sure.
Couldn't agree more, but I also think it could have to do with that jacket. I mean, quite heavy to sort of take it around. But, you know, couple extra grams in the arms.
Arms are under fatigue.
Great
Jose
play
now
from Hornsby.
space. Good defence, defended well. Good little sneaky play in the line out there. Oh, great defence.
Shrugs him away.
Good, strong contest.
Tyrell over.
That's a loose carry and well pilfered.
Surprise, surprise. We've got Rob Peden that cleans it up.
I'd be disappointed with that, Hornsby. It's a good opportunity there for them, and they've missed it with a loose carry. Matt King takes a strong meters.
Bit unlucky there.
Very
Urimba
unlucky.
player cleaning out a Hornsby player and just caught the ball.
I'll tell you, Urimba need to be careful. They've got 17 players out in the field. A couple of them are hanging out in the dead ball area. So number 18 comes on for Urimba. That is Jack Sheen. Jack will be heading into the back row.
Isaac Harding-Davis comes off.
He's had a good game, Isaac. He's been busy. He's been strong in the line-out. Let's see what Urimba, how they nullify this. It looks like Sione Alla's getting set on the short side here. Could have something on. I'd be setting the 12 off strong. Set play from the back of the scrum. Great defence, Dan Jones. Just takes the legs out from underneath the number 8.
He's defended well today, Jones.
Nothing on there for Sione.
Get Alla to the ground.
That's a Urimba ball.
Want to
They're
turn
all
this,
over that ball.
Urimba? No, they've held on Hornsby. Well done.
Very lucky there. A little bit too high into contact there. Into contact with Sione Vanu.
Zvalu shrugs away from one.
On the ball, Peden. Well done. Ralu maintains the ball. Yeah, gives away the penalty, not releasing.
Rob Peden again. Sioniala in trouble
Strong.
here.
Absolutely strong, Rob Peden. Takes the quick tap and away they go. Joey Bayou, one-handed
Gets the offload going.
They got numbers here, Urimba. Opportunity.
Give it to King. It's King. He's got Bender on the outside of him. Cuts back inside.
Doesn't like Bender. Doesn't want to pass in the ball and turns over the ball. That's disappointing from Urimba. Oh, we've got
the
an
penalty.
issue here. Not releasing the player.
Finley looks like he goes quick.
He doesn't tap that ball for a starters. So
And he does it behind Tony Fury's back, which isn't going to help Tony's eyesight.
Tony has refereed 837 games of rugby, and he can tell by the sound of a player whether they touch the ball or not. And he said clearly,
You can tell by the timbre of the
clearly
the ball in the boot.
he said, Finley, you haven't touched that ball, mate. And that ball has gone dead. That is an absolute schoolboy error.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
That is an absolute schoolboy error by Urimba. That is definitely not what they need with 20 minutes to go. They're just simple things. A little bit rattled at the moment, Urimba. They're that scoreboard pressure we spoke about earlier on. They're only behind by 18.
Well, not good signs here. Sioniala's limping from the field, which you can probably see on the screen. It's come off.
Yeah, that's not good at all for Hornsby. He's had a good game, good solid game. Urimba just need to calm it down a little bit here, Berner, because we remembered last week against the Lakes, they just about scored 21 points in the space of 10 minutes. They got a long way to go in this game. Good pressure by the back rower, Grange.
Cunningham in a scuffle in the background.
Ball slow at the back. That's Urimba's opportunity. Missed. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying Hornsby's tactics here and just slowing the ball down a little bit. They need to get themselves a little bit structured. Mark Roberts needs to take a little bit more control as he clears the ball there and
Out on the full.
out on the full.
Yeah. Can't be having that.
That's inviting Urimba back in the game. Tony calls time. He says we've got some replacements coming on, as we have Tavita Piakoala is coming on, and he's in replace of, I believe that is Wes Faupola coming off.
Just a reminder, if you want to write in on the socials, shout out to Jess Meyer, who's written in and told us that we're sounding amazing and willing to lie just to get a shout out. So thank you very much, Jess. Appreciate the kind words. One of the slowest lifts in history.
Fatigue setting
the
in.
Titanic.
High body height by Grange, and it works somehow. He's still going.
Good
bumping
run from
players off.
Grange.
That is an
He's gotta
outstanding
go.
run. He's just
White line fever.
spilt the ball. Unlucky. An absolutely
run.
outstanding run for a guy running vertically. His body height was atrocious, but he just kept bouncing and pushing players away. Strong run.
Pinball.
And disappointingly comes with a drop ball at the right at the try line. So unlucky there for Grange. It's a great run. Well, we have a break in play, Burner. Just a shout out to this is on behalf of an injured Urimba player. Sean Smith got injured last week, and I spoke to his father Gary, who wanted me to pass on his absolute and sincerest thank yous to the Avoca Beach Rugby Club, who came to the aid of Sean, who was quite unwell at the end of a game. And for those of you who saw what was happening, Sean's at home now resting, getting better, and is on the mend, which is fantastic news. But Gary really wanted me to get his appreciations known to the fantastic support of the rugby community, and especially to the Avoca Beach medical staff who rushed to his son's aid, and what a great sign that is for the community in rugby on the coast, and the fact that they really looked after Sean's health. He's undergoing tests, but the important thing is that he's on the mend, Burner, which is great news. Yeah,
and really good, obviously, from Avoca there, but the people letting us know about it. Good to see it. He's on the mend because it wasn't too good last week.
No. Anyway, Sean and I'll be watching, and Sean, Godspeed to you, mate. Get on the mend soon, and certainly if you won't be playing, I'm sure you'll absolutely be cheering Urimba at the moment, and mate, yeah. Thoughts are with you at the moment. Tony's going, well, should we have a scrum or not, boys? What do you reckon? Well,
They're not giving him an answer either.
This is an outrage, Burner. We have stopped the game to replace a winger.
With a headband on. You're kidding.
This is an absolute outrage. Ryan Bender has been replaced. And
I didn't see the number that went on for him.
no, look.
Well, he might not. It might just be a headband replacement. We don't know yet.
We'll
see how it goes.
Trouble.
It looks like the headbands are just lifting off the right ear.
Yeah,
there.
just tucking off the ear. But didn't get too many opportunities. Did Ryan? But when he did, he did the best he could with the opportunities that came his way. So
Didn't even play too bad. Right, so Hornsby with the lead, 26 points to 8. 17 minutes remaining. Good scrub from Urimba here. Holding at the back, Rob Peden's got it. Scored many tries this year from this position. Just held out by the Hornsby defence. Scrambling well here, Hornsby. Matt King goes to snipe himself and gets it down. Well done, Matt King. There's players like King that need to stand up here and start clawing this lead back. King, Peden, Joey Biu need to get their team home here. So that try brings the score 26 points to 13 to Hornsby. Kick to come. Should be routine for Dan Jones. Should make the score 26 points to 15. Conversion successful to Dan Jones. The score is 26 points to 15. So Hornsby lead by 11 points. About 16 minutes remaining. So 2 tries apiece. The only difference is Hornsby has converted both of their goals and also got 4 penalty goals. Nice and high, but it's out on the full. So be disappointed with that. Urimba will have a scrum midfield. Tony Fury stops play for a replacement. And he's unsure. He's looking to touchline. Everyone's looking at each other. All right, this is a debacle. They're going on. He's going on. It's staying off. Good. Let's get on with the game.
There's a good chance whoever is replacing it says, I'm not leaving. I've actually played rugby with a guy who refused to come off.
I reckon if you try to take Brett Cunningham off, there's not a chance
Correct.
he's going off.
Dan Jones here.
Bust out of the tackle here.
Typically strong in strong run by Marn. I'm a massive fan of his. I think he's got some great strength and some good rugby nous about him. Albeit a little bit limited opportunities in attack. I'd love to see him with a bit of open space. Numbers here for Urimba. Great Peden, flick pass out the back. Offload. Oh.
Forward pass.
Forward pass. No.
Into a full-on penalty.
Yeah, so obviously they're offside and forward pass resulting in the play being called back.
What do you do here?
What do I do if I was Urimba? I kick the penalty goal.
I don't tap the ball. Do you go for a line out, surely?
A little bit short here. Peden into space again.
Brilliant, gets it away.
Oh, they've made a meal of it. They've butchered it. Absolute butchered.
Well, if you leave Ryan Bender out there, does he get the ball?
Mate, the bender, he would have scored.
The Bender would have got it. The headband would have been there.
That's disappointing. That's a really disappointing play from Urimba. There is still plenty of time to go. There's 12 minutes left. I played with a fantastic human being, Paul Catanzariti, who once said it only takes 12 seconds to run the length of the field, so we don't need to panic. And Urimba a little bit panicky here, I think. We've seen how good they are last week, and yeah, I think they need to fix their headspace a little bit here.
If they don't fix it, there's 12 minutes left of their season.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Woodrow needs to get it in and get it out. Oh, what's happened there? Great, strong defence, man, again. Chance in the hand, Hornsby here.
They need to go back to their structures, Hornsby. Good run.
They're really missing Sione Alla at the back, just giving it some guidance at fullback and his communication.
He's a great talker.
That's good meters. Good, important meters. Been turned. It's got to be Urimba's ball. Has to be Urimba's ball, and it is. We don't want to panic here.
Hornsby's really got to identify the players that are going to be hard over the ball. You know Joey B is going to contest everything, and you know that you're also going to get a bit of a hard time from Peden and Grange as well. So they've got to identify those players and get them off the ball.
Quick tap again. King
Finley
out the
takes it
Grange. Tony's found them offside. Got to be careful here because Tony will get a little bit short-tempered and put one in the bin.
Cunningham takes it up.
It's in critical position.
King gives it to Stone Street, throws the dummy, doesn't fool anybody.
They're all over that. They'll come back for the penalty for offside. Wouldn't surprise me if the warning comes here soon.
He's calling him out. He's having the chat now.
Tavita Fa'apola, the open side breakaway and captain for Hornsby, gets the official warning from Tony Fury. Continue it on, and someone will go on the bin. Quick tap again. Grange. Stays high and it works. It's off to Joey Bayou.
Tane Mann very animated out here at outside centre. King goes
has
over again.
Sniped and scored. It is game on. 10 minutes to go.
So Hornsby lead 26 points to 20.
Great
Kick to come.
Great little fake and step inside and get in underneath the defence there by Urimba. Really important try, and this game is on. The last thing Hornsby can afford to do is play for time. They need to play for tries. They need to play for points. Really important kick here by Dan Jones. Reduce the margin to 4 if he's successful. 26 points to 20. Urimba are on the comeback.
Ourimbah have another try in them, so Hornsby can't just afford to pull up stumps. They've got to have a go here. They've got to score more points.
Doesn't waste any time with it. Does Dan Jones and gets it. Score moves. Hornsby 26 points. Urimba 22. We have 10 minutes of game left, and they're coming home with a wet sail, are the Razorbacks.
They did it last week. Just couldn't get over the line. They've got plenty more time now. They left their run till about now last week.
They need to kick the ball ridiculously deep. And Mark Roberts here, the restarting play, he needs to get it down near Rob Peden.
So to Joey Bayou. Runs it out. Beats one. They get him down.
Clearance kick.
Dan Jones.
Keeps in the field of play. Ben Ashley with the ball. That's not a real good kick here.
Yeah.
Mann can offload. Drops the ball. That's disappointing. Apologies, Milana Ala. He's in jersey number 20 by the looks of things, not Ben Astley.
Yeah, there's a couple of issues with the names.
Mann will be disappointed with that. It's a little bit of a loose carry, and as a result, knocks the ball on. And rightly so. I can't see the number, but Hornsby player goes down with some cramp. 8 minutes to go, and Tony's having none of it. Stops the clock immediately.
I think it's too far out to be having cramps.
Absolutely. You can't be worried about the time now.
I think 2 minutes 32, you start having a couple of cramps. I think 8 minutes is just far too long for a cramp. Far too far.
Back on, says Tony. Let's do it.
Sam Kearney down on the sideline here. He's got the Bunnings trade jumper on after a short stint on the field. So
It was a tradesman-like performance, wasn't it?
it was, and he's really showcasing that down there. He's not sitting on the bench with the rest of the boys, just sitting behind him on the stairs, just to sort of really get that make sure everybody can see his jacket, his hoodie.
Woodrow needs to get this ball in. Mark Roberts needs to dump it off. Great
Good
scrum.
scrum.
Turnover, tight head. That's important. Great opportunity now for Urimba. Strong meters again by Peden. Turnover ball immediately to Hornsby. Well done.
Got to settle it here, Hornsby. Or if they get it, they've got to put it back. If they can find there's a lot of space behind. Matt King making his way back there now. Just need a lot of guidance here. Need a lot of talk, Hornsby.
A little bit early to be going one out. They've been, yes, Jared Grange on the ball. I was just about to say they're going to isolate themselves, Hornsby, the way they're just trying to pick and drive far too out. It's the wrong part of the field to be doing so, and rightly so. Jared Grange just picks it off strong over the ball.
I don't know what the issue is here with their line out, Urimba. I don't know why they're not kicking for the line out.
They're lucky to get away with that. Hornsby are all over it. King has a snipe, gets defended.
Suffocated. Dan Jones throws it inside to Peden. Gets away from one. Peden's away. Peden's away here. Throws it
Inside ball,
inside
Joey
to Peden.
Bayou.
Gets it. Urimba are in.
27 points to 26 with 6 minutes to go and a kick to come. Urimba are coming home strong. We called it early, and I think at Hornsby they're hoping for the full time to come, and it clearly 6 minutes to go. Urimba know they've got the time up their sleeve. They now have the lead. It's the first time all match they've had it. It's 27 points to 26. Kick to come. That could be all she wrote, Burner. I don't know if Hornsby can come back from this.
Yeah, I think the Urimba big guns are starting to stand up. You had Matt King there, Peden running through, and then the offload to Joey Bayou. So you said those players need to stand up, and they definitely have there. They've combined to get. I think. I don't want to put the mock on Urimba here, but I think they're coming over with a wet sail, and I reckon they'll get this from here. Hornsby looking very flat at the moment.
I'm with you. I think Urimba are home. I know there's 6 minutes to go, but Hornsby just aren't taking the right options. They're not playing smart rugby.
Well, even with that turnover, there was space at the back to put in this corner here.
Kick
but
is
they just tried to
successful.
hold on to it.
Kick is successful. 29 points to 26. Hornsby really need to pick their act up here. They've got 5 minutes to go. Their season rests in the next 5 minutes. They need to find some of that energy that has resulted in them leading for 70 minutes of the match. Would Roberts need to send it deep? That's a nothing kick.
Yeah, goes straight to Joey B. No pressure. Good run by Joey. Matt King looks to box this out. Good kick, nice and high.
Pressure. Could have given that strong in contact. And Marn on the ball, all over this ball. That's an Urimba.
Oh, I think he's a bit stiff there.
Yeah, he's not releasing the tackle play. I can come at that. Tony Fury, good refereeing, good adjudicating there. But,
clear signals.
It's all here for Hornsby.
So Urimba lead 29 points to 26. 4.5 minutes remaining. That ball doesn't go out. That's elementary, that stuff.
Great return, Stone Street. I want to hope that goes out.
Still great result either way for Urimba.
Great passage of play. That's really disappointing. Mark Roberts has had a great game, and that's a pretty vital error to come up with 4 minutes to go, not finding touch. sometimes it's better to have 10 metres less and have the ball out than go for a little bit further.
You're going to Urimba line out now, so you turn the ball over and we've lost 30 metres, 40 metres.
That's an ugly line out. Ball dropped at the back by Geordie Clark. Can't be blamed for that.
Urimba are a team with a great set piece. I'm not too sure what's happening with their line out there. They haven't wanted. There's got a lot of full-on penalties, and they haven't wanted to kick to the line to actually get their line out. They're not confident with it. They've made a meal of a couple of them today.
Can't afford to muck about with it here, Hornsby. Woodrow needs to get in and get it out.
Urimba make a mess of it.
Slowly chewing up the clock, Ourimbah Razorbacks, and why not? It's funny how scrums automatically start collapsing when it's nearly full time, isn't it, Burner?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
They can manage to stay up for most of the game, but all of a sudden you forget how to pack a scrum when there's 5 minutes to go.
Suddenly there's some mud on the boots. It's brilliant.
That's where I don't mind the old referee just going, blowing the whistle and saying, let's get on with it. Stop the constant repacking. Get in and get it out, Woodrow. Great scrum, Urimba Razorbacks. They've turned it over.
Well
They're
done.
dominating. Rob Peden again from the back. Good metres.
Oh, great run by Finley.
Oh, there's some
Thumbs
points off
halfback.
there. Thank you very much. That's the ball game.
I think Dan Jones will kick the slowest ever penalty goal here.
Yeah, he'll take all of the 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining to kick this goal. A yellow card has been issued. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. With a minute to go, Urimba have done an outstanding effort in coming from behind. We always knew they were capable, and they've certainly done that. This kick will take a minute to be completed. And
They'll run out the tee. They'll run out the wrong tee.
Now run out of sand bucket.
I don't like how quick Dan is here.
He's not mucking about unless Tony sort of said, mate, you better hurry up. Kick is successful. 32 points to 26. Urimba controlling this game with 25 seconds remaining. It's all or nothing now for Hornsby.
So a converted try for Hornsby is what they need. They need to get this ball back. I think they're rushing this a bit too much. Can they get someone over the ball? Joey Biu comes in. Safe hands. Brilliant
Well
from
done.
Joey. He's had a great game.
A predictable pick and go here from Urimba.
Brett Cunningham.
They're into space here. Looking for
still
support
got it.
as a runner. Great tap here by Tavita, the captain. 70 coming in from the side. Gets away with it.
So Urimba turned the ball
No,
over.
he
No, they
doesn't.
don't.
No, he doesn't. Tony says, I've seen that. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Urimba. That is time. 32 points to 26. A great comeback from behind. Tony says we will have the completion of play before I call time.
He's got something in on the socials. The inside tip. The reason the Razorbacks are taking quick taps is because they know Hornsby are tired and they're trying to
It's
wear
still
the
in
big
the
boys down.
The
You're
ball is
kidding.
still in play. They have not found touch. This will be amazing if Hornsby can come from behind now and score. It's all or nothing for the Hornsby Lions. They've got a chance to hand.
Valu's got to be the guy they're going to.
Wing needs to come inside. Wrong man. Great defence.
They're over the ball again.
Woodrow.
It's going to be incredibly difficult to get away with this for Hornsby.
Need
Got to hold on to the ball
they've
and
lost
not
it.
do that. No penalty.
Conceded a penalty. Off his feet, says Tony. The Lions are still alive, Burner. There's no time on the clock.
What was happening there? How did the kick not go out? I don't get it.
This will be an amazing story if Hornsby can somehow master a try. Needs to find touch first, as Jack Woodrow. He does. Doesn't muck about with it. Just gets it out. Takes an easy 10, 15 metres, 10 metres. Super important line out here for Jose. Needs to make sure the ball's in straight.
I think there's a ball an option at the back. They're getting Joey B. If they just want to go straight over the back here, it's an easy line-out win.
Well, Joey B is offside. He's neither in or out of the line-out. What's he doing there? He gets away with it.
Go to the back line.
His arm's out. They've infringed. They've been offside. Have a Urimba.
Chance in their arm. He's throwing the goosey in.
Still under advantage, says Tony. A little bit one out, which is dangerous against the Razorbacks. Certainly depth in their game.
As Peden goes in for the tackle. He's over the ball, Peden. They get rid of him.
Still under
That's what they need to
advantage.
do.
Tony says that's enough advantage. I tell you, for a team that has an opportunity to steal this match, you'd like to see a little bit better body language for them.
Yeah, a little bit flat, don't they?
Yeah.
They're tired.
They're tired. There's no doubt about it. It's been a great performance, but there's an opportunity for them to stay alive.
They're slowly working up the field here, Hornsby. We know how good Ourimbah are at turning the ball over. Got to hold on to their ball.
Jose taking forever to throw. Stolen.
And knocked on, and that'll do us.
You cannot deliberately throw the ball out here. Let's see what Tony says.
I think it's a knock-on before that, I think.
Penalty
Hornsby.
Penalty for deliberately throwing the ball out against the 300-game veteran in Brett Cunningham. They've had every opportunity, have Hornsby.
We're starting to lose a little bit here, Urimba. You can see their body language.
Critical point. It doesn't get bigger than this. Hornsby they were dead.
Well, they can't get frustrated here, Urimba. They know they can turn the ball over. They know they can do it. Just got to weather this storm from Hornsby, because I think they're piggybacking him.
Up and spoiling. Hornsby have it to ground. Roberts.
To Valu. Need to carry here, Valu.
Great defence, man, again. On his knees, needs to be released. Would be surprised if he's penalised. He gets away with it. Woodrow. Back to Roberts. Space. Jose.
Oh, Dixon inside of Dixon.
The ball's been turned over. Urimba have it. They just need to find touch. What do we got? Tony has said...
That's full time.
Tony says that is it. That is it.
Well, what a finish.